think trying to bring up memories from your past childhood is interesting because it's bringing back loads of memories that I've kind of forgotten about, and um, I'm thinking about things, and um, it's interesting because I really wanted to have a music career and a singing career, and when I was 15, I did manage to get a song. Um, but I felt having that song actually made me lose interest in wanting to be a singer because I didn't have any support or anyone backing me up. Everything that I did, it was always me. I was the one that wanted to go to Sylvia Young. I was the one that wanted to be a singer, and I felt like my mum was killing this desire by going on about the one advert, the NSPC advert that I did, how amazing it was that I got that, when I was just like, that's just one thing, that's nothing, and she was killing my passion, and she wasn't supporting me. And I remember thinking how I felt, about Adele and this relationship. It's annoying. Um, yeah, Adele had a relationship with a much older guy, and she got an album out of it. And I remember almost feeling jealous over it because it was like she had this album, and then when I got a song when I was 15, it just felt like, even though I had a song, I felt the song was shit, and I felt like there was no one really supporting me or saying that, complimenting me, saying, this is good and stuff, and it wasn't good, and I know it wasn't good. But I think if I would have had, parents saying, you can do better, let's go in, let's do it again, let's try a different song, for someone to have a successful career, they do need to have some sort of backing and motivation, because you can have as much motivation as you want, but if you yourself are questioning your own ability and just don't have any support by anyone, it's not going to go very far. And I'm thinking about the memories that I have of when I was a child, and it's good because I felt like I had a life back then, whereas right now I don't feel like I have a life. I feel like I'm just waiting to die right now. But back then I felt like I had connections, and I had friendships, um, and inspiration as well. Adele with this older relationship, and getting an album out of it, I felt like that was a little bit of an inspiration for me almost. And even though it was completely wrong and completely inappropriate, I didn't see it as that at the time because I myself didn't feel like a child. And I'm trying to think about the other people in the class. Yeah, you had Christina and Sapphire, who were kind of like the pretty girls on the top, and seem to get most of the work, and you kind of look up and get inspired by that. And there's one girl that wanted to be a judge, and she had quite a lot of intelligence. And there was a lot of mature people in that class, and I felt like them being more successful than me actually knocked my confidence down. And having a relationship is sometimes pushes you and gets you to try harder in that career, especially if the person you're having a relationship with is interested in the same thing. If you're a producer and you're dating one of a singer or whatever, even if they're 15 or something, I mean, it's wrong and inappropriate, but at the same time, it that kind of collaboration can actually motivate both of you to to try harder or to get better songs. I had 1 hour session. I had a 1 hour session, and the song was shit. But if I would have dated someone, we would have tried again and again and again, and we would have got a much better result. And thinking about the success that Leah had, it probably was that collaboration that got her success. And a lot of people can change the story and just be like, oh, this is perverted, this is disgusting, R. Kelly was using her. And it's like, no, actually it was a collaboration. They were both using each other to try and get, they both had a passion for music, and they both got somewhere with that. And the same thing could have happened in my life, but because I didn't have any support system, I didn't have anyone telling me this is good. The one song that I did, my mum was saying it was good, but yeah, she was saying everything was good. I did an NSPCC for children advert as well, and she kept going on about how amazing I was for doing that, and it was just like, that's just one thing, that's nothing. And she was just she was embarrassing me, and making me feel like I just had no chance in the industry. And yeah, I just there's a bigger picture to everything, and you have to look at things from all sides.